Born on August 26, 1827, in Cambria County, Pennsylvania, John A. Lemon came from a family with strong ties to public service and entrepreneurship. His father, Samuel Lemon, was a notable figure in the area, owning the Lemon House, which became a vital stop along the Allegheny Portage Railroad. This position gave the family a prominent place in both local industry and community life. Samuel's influence, as a businessman and tavern keeper, provided the young John with a template for combining business success with public leadership. John A. Lemon's early education was limited to the local common schools, typical for young men of his era. Nevertheless, his family's involvement in the local coal and transportation industries positioned him well to understand the intersections between economic development and public infrastructure, a theme that would later permeate his political work. Lemon's political career began locally in Hollidaysburg, Blair County, Pennsylvania, where he served as chief burgess, equivalent to mayor, for 3 years. His leadership during this period reflected his ability to manage local concerns effectively, earning him a solid reputation. His big political break came in 1871 when he was elected to the Pennsylvania State Senate. His rise to this position was no surprise, given his background and the Republican Party's growing dominance in the state, particularly in regions benefiting from coal and railroad development. John A. Lemon represented the 21st District, which included Bedford, Blair, Fulton, and Somerset counties, from 1873 to 1874. He later served as the senator for the 35th District, representing Blair and Cambria counties from 1875 to 1880, and again from 1888 until his death in 1895. During his Senate tenure, Lemon chaired several committees, with notable assignments in accounts, finance, public buildings, and railroads. His involvement in these committees reflected his deep understanding of the state's economic infrastructure, particularly the critical role that railroads and public finance played in Pennsylvania's industrial expansion. His most significant chairmanships included the Canals and Inland Navigation Committee, a key post considering Pennsylvania's heavy reliance on its waterways and transport systems for moving coal and industrial goods. Lemon's time in the Senate coincided with an era of rapid industrialization in Pennsylvania. The state's political landscape was dominated by issues related to transportation, infrastructure, and the regulation of burgeoning industries. And Lemon's leadership in these areas aligned him closely with the needs of his constituents in the coal-rich regions he represented. Lemon's public service extended beyond his work in the Senate. In 1880, he was elected Auditor General of Pennsylvania, a statewide office responsible for overseeing the state's financial operations. This role gave Lemon a broader platform to influence state policy, particularly in areas related to fiscal oversight and the efficient use of public funds. His tenure as Auditor General solidified his reputation as a guardian of the state's financial integrity during a period when corruption and inefficiency were major public concerns. John A. Lemon married Barbara Walker, and the couple had 7 children: Charles S., Olive, Samuel H., John A., Margaret J., Catherine M., and Jean Moore Lemon. His family life was as notable as his public service, as his children and extended family played significant roles in the local economy and community. Lemon's familial connections extended beyond his immediate household. His lineage was deeply intertwined with the history of the region. His father, Samuel Lemon, had been a central figure in the construction and operation of the Allegheny Portage Railroad, an essential link in the transportation of goods across the state, especially coal. This familial legacy of blending business with public service influenced John A. Lemon's political approach, as he continued to prioritize transportation and infrastructure development during his legislative career. John A. Lemon's career was cut short by his death on September 16, 1895, while still serving in the Pennsylvania State Senate. His passing marked the end of a political career that spanned nearly 3 decades, during which he helped shape Pennsylvania's legislative response to the economic challenges and opportunities of the Industrial Revolution. Lemon's contributions to the state extended beyond individual pieces of legislation. He was part of a generation of Pennsylvania lawmakers who understood the importance of infrastructure, both physical and financial, in driving the state's economic development. His advocacy for canals, railroads, and fiscal responsibility laid the groundwork for the state's continued growth in the early 20th century. His final resting place is in Hollidaysburg Presbyterian Cemetery, in the town where he began his political career. Hollidaysburg, and indeed Blair County, continued to honor Lemon's legacy long after his death, recognizing his contributions to both the local economy and the state's political evolution. In summary, John A. Lemon's career offers a glimpse into the workings of Pennsylvania politics during a critical period in the state's history. His efforts to balance local needs with statewide responsibilities highlight the importance of transportation, fiscal management, and industry in shaping both his personal legacy and the broader trajectory of Pennsylvania's development. He was not merely a politician, but was a product of his region's entrepreneurial spirit, someone who saw the connections between local business interests and public policy, and used his position to bridge those worlds effectively. His influence lives on in the form of the infrastructure and policies he helped create, as well as in the example he set for future generations of Pennsylvania lawmakers. His ability to combine business acumen with political leadership remains a model for public service in regions defined by industrial innovation and economic growth. Thank you for listening. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history. Before you go, a simple way to support the efforts of this channel is to like, subscribe, comment, and share.